What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some battles in the Ultra League submitted to us by OGMasterWade. Now, these battles took place before Go Battle League shut down, so if you're wondering how they are battling, well, this was before the shutdown happened. We are currently, as of this recording, still not able to battle in Go Battle League. Now, they are bringing a fantastic team of Shadow Poliwrath with Mudshot, Dynamic Punch, Ice Punch, Shadow Scizor with Bullet Punch, Night Slash, and Iron Head, and Shadow Double Legacy Lapras with Ice Shard, Surf, and Dragon Pulse. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have OGMasterWade bringing a triple Shadow team, Poliwrath, Scizor, and Lapras, and we have a Poliwrath versus Registeel on the lead. This is fantastic for the Poliwrath. It is a great counter to a Registeel because it has access to Dynamic Punch, which is going to be doing heavy super effective damage. Now notice how he is storing up energy and waiting for that Registeel. He's anticipating that they are going to swap. He will put up a shield here to block that Focus Blast, and he's going for the Dynamic Punch right away. This is going to be doing huge, super effective damage to this Registeel, and the opponent is looking to stay in here, wanting to maybe maintain shield advantage and not give up switch advantage. Again, if he was to switch out, he could easily counter whatever he has in the back. Another charge move coming through. This will be finishing off the Registeel right here. So interesting approach by the opponent, bringing in a Giratina Origin now, but Poliwrath does have access to Ice Punch. This is going to be doing super effective damage because of the Dragon typing here on Giratina Origin. Chunks it down to almost 50% HP right there, able to get to another Ice Punch, but not in time. Charge move now coming through from Giratina Origin. If this is a Shadow Ball, it could take out the Poliwrath. Poliwrath barely survives right there, able to get off an Ice Punch right here. This will get a shield from the Giratina Origin, which they do get. That is fantastic. Now they can really line themselves up, bring in the Lapras right here, and start farming down with Ice Shard. We see a swap now into Snorlax, so they're looking to stay in with this Lapras. Again, they still have Scizor, which can do super effective damage against the Giratina Origin as well because of that Night Slash damage. Now we have Lapras staying in against the Snorlax here. It does have Ice Shard as a fast move, which is Legacy, and Dragon Pulse as a charge move, which is Legacy. Body Slam now coming through, chips away at the health of the Lapras right here. They're looking to build up energy. Another charge move coming through. They are going to shield this one and looking to save their Lapras. They might swap out right here, which they're anticipating the opponent to swap out, which they're not, but now they swap into the Scizor right here. Going to be soaking potentially a Earthquake. Ooh, Snorlax just barely able to get to a charge move right here. If this is Earthquake, it's going to be doing heavy neutral damage. It is. That gets Scizor extremely low, but it has Night Slash already. Night Slash here will be getting the shield, and then the Lapras still has that Dragon Pulse charged up. We see a shield come out now on Giratina Origin. Charge move coming through on the Lapras right here. It's going to be that Dragon Pulse, again, doing super effective damage against Giratina Origin right here. So fantastic battle there in Game 1, and let's go ahead and now move into Game 2 of this set right there. So we saw on the lead that the opponent did not want to switch out right there, did not want to give switch advantage, and if they would have still had great counters in the back, right? They still had a Snorlax, and if they would have gone straight in Giratina Origin, we would have saw the Lapras come in. So Poliwrath now versus Lapras on the lead, Shiny Lapras at that. Another solid lead win right here. Dynamic Punch going to be doing super effective damage. We see the swap now into Giratina Altered, so we are going to see an Ice Punch now come through on this Giratina Altered. They want to apply health and shield pressure before swapping out into potentially the Lapras. Yeah, they're going to swap out into the Lapras now. Able to get Giratina Altered to about 50% before the first charge move now coming through. The Shadow Lapras here is going to be taking a decent amount of damage from those Dragon Claws right there, and Dragon Breath still going to be doing quite a bit as well. We do have a Surf now coming through. This is going to be resisted because of the Dragon typing on Giratina Altered. Not able to finish it off right there. Another charge move coming through, but no need to shield. We saw only Dragon Claw doing a decent amount of damage, but not enough to warrant a shield just yet. They still want to maintain positive shield and positive switch advantage. Now we are going to see the Lapras now come back in, so we will see a Dragon Pulse right here. This is where Dragon Pulse does quite well in the mirror match because it's going to be doing neutral damage right there, and it does a decent amount, not too much because Lapras is very bulky still in the Ultra League meta. Now a Surf coming through here, going to start chipping away at the health of the opponent Lapras, but they still have Poliwrath in the back and Scizor as well with that Bullet Punch Iron Head moveset. We're going to see them get to potentially another Surf right here. No, Charge Move coming through. They're going to go ahead and let it go through, let their Lapras go down. It's done its job. So we'll probably see the Poliwrath now come back in. They could potentially have a Charmer in the back. So we see the swap out, and it is going to be a Charmer. There we go. Reason why I said that is leading with Lapras, you're going to be very weak to Fighters, so having 2 counters in the back in terms of Giratina Altered and Granbull, a Charmer, will help cover those Fighter leads. But the Scizor right here is going to be locking down this Granbull, able to get a shield as well and an attack boost right there. Attack rose sharply, and we see the Lapras come back in and a surrender from their opponent. So fantastic battle right there. Wins lead again. Let's see what happens if they don't win lead right here in Game 3 potentially. So moving into Game 3, we'll have to see how the lead plays out. They've done really well so far and able to handle lead wins very easily. But let's see how this third battle goes. We have Poliwrath versus Togekiss. Okay, terrible matchup right here. They got to swap right away, but they have 2 counters to this Togekiss. They have Lapras and they have a Scizor, and they're going to bring in a Giratina Altered to this Lapras. That is an interesting choice. Very risky by the opponent. They're going to go ahead and shield right here. Ancient Power now coming through. Great read right there on the charge move, and they're going to be going for a Surf right here. Again, applying huge pressure because Lapras does have access to Ice Beam as well, which will be doing super effective damage. They do get the shield, which is fantastic, and they are going to be able to get to the Dragon Pulse right away. Again, the Ice Shard energy gain is quite quick in the Ultra League, and we see that it lands and does super effective damage, able to get Giratina Altered very, very low. They're going to go ahead and let this next charge move come through. It is going to be the Ancient Power, but not going to be enough damage to take out the Lapras. So they are able to win Switch Advantage, which is huge. We are going to see Empoleon now come in, which is fantastic. They have Poliwrath to handle that. Poliwrath will be resisting the moves from Empoleon and able to do super effective damage, or actually neutral damage, super effective damage right back, sorry, because of Poliwrath's Dynamic Punch. Now we will likely see the swap into Togekiss here soon. Charge move coming through. The Hydro Cannon will be resisted here by the Poliwrath. So it's not going to do a lot of damage. They're anticipating the swap. Here comes the swap. Here comes the Scizor, and fantastic matchup right there. Losing lead hard, but able to flip with Lapras because they decided to bring in a Giratina Altered. The Empoleon might have been a little better against the Lapras right there, but so that was a critical error by the opponent, but able to just completely farm down right here and going to be going for back-to-back Night Slashes against this Empoleon, and they still have Poliwrath to finish off. So this is, again, another fantastic game. No shield coming through, and they're going to save the shield for their own Empoleon. Poliwrath now coming in, starting to load up on energy. Going to be going for Ice Punch here. Is going to be resisted, but it should get the final shield from the Empoleon. Shield does come up, and now all they have to do is get to one more charge move right here. They are going to shield this next Hydro Cannon coming in, and this is going to be a race to the final charge move. Mudshot does have very high energy gain, and they are going for the Dynamic Punch right here. This will be finishing off the battle. So fantastic match right there, losing lead, but able to flip the mid game and still had hard covers for that Togekiss. So really great play right there. I think the opponent made an error of bringing in Giratina Altered, but let's go ahead and move into Game 3, shall we? Or Game 4, I should say. So getting into Game 4, this is a Best Buddy Lapras as well, which is huge. So really investing hard into this team, and it's performing pretty well for them. So we'll have to see how this lead matchup works out. We have a Poliwrath versus Giratina Altered on the lead. So bad matchup for the Poliwrath, but the thing is they still have access to Ice Punch, which is going to be doing super effective damage. Now, Dragon Claw and Shadow Claw are going to be adding up, especially with that 20% increased damage taken because of the Shadow form on the Poliwrath here. Now, Ice Punch coming through. This is going to be doing super effective damage and quite a bit at that if it lands, which it does, and they're looking to swap on the charge move, which they do, into the Lapras right here. Poliwrath still has loaded energy in the back. Dragon Claw now coming through, chips away a little bit of the health of the Lapras. We see a Heracross come in. This is really, really bad. They need to pressure this Heracross because Heracross is going to absolutely destroy this Lapras right here with counter damage alone. They get quite a bit of health right there. That is huge. The Lapras could get to another Surf in time. Charge move now coming through from the Heracross. Will they let the Lapras go down? They are going to let the Lapras go down. Close combat lowers the defenses harshly on this Heracross. We see the Scizor take it out immediately with that bullet punch damage. Now, what will we see come back out? Giratina Altered is still low, or medium health, basically. Yeah, we saw Giratina Altered now come out, which is a tell that there could be something weak in the back. Maybe they have a Cresselia. Maybe they have a Togekiss in the back. We will have to see, but Poliwrath on loaded energy might be able to flip that matchup. We do see a shield now come out, and attack rose sharply. They are not going to switch out of this. They need to put all their shields into the Scizor right here because it just got the attack boost. Dragon Claw now coming through would be resisted, but they do put up a shield. Bullet Punch is doing massive amounts of damage. Are they going to shield this next charge move, though? They are not going to shield this next charge move. Dragon Claw is going to come through. Will we see a swap by the opponent? They're going to commit to the farm down right here. No, they're going for the Night Slash, hoping to get a shield here from Giratina Altered. They don't get a shield. What is the final Pokemon going to be? It's going to be a Clefable. This is terrible. The health goes down so quickly on that Scizor. Poliwrath now coming in, not going to be able to do a thing. Going for an Ice Punch right here. This should get the shield, and it's going to come down to the wire if it can get to another Ice Punch in time. But it won't be enough damage. No, the Poliwrath does go down. So great play right there by the opponent. Again, we saw the Charmer in the back, so let's go ahead and move into the final battle here. So, like we saw right there, they brought in Giratina Altered into it instead of bringing a Charmer, which is a tell that they could have a Charmer in the back because Scizor was on the field. So we see Poliwrath now versus Gyarados on the lead. Ice Punch is going to be doing some good neutral damage right here, and they are going to be resisting the crunch that will come through because of the fighting typing here on the Poliwrath. So Ice Punch now coming through, going to be doing neutral because of the water flying typing on the Gyarados right here, and it's going to start adding up. Charge move coming through on the Gyarados, likely going to be a crunch right there. Way too quick to be an Outrage or a Hydro Pump. Crunch is going to be resisted here on the Poliwrath, but still chips away at a decent amount of health. Ice Punch now coming through on the Poliwrath. Dragon Breath is actually really adding up against this Poliwrath because it is taking 20% more damage. Now we are going to see the swap into Lapras, keeping Poliwrath alive with some stored energy. Crunch now coming through. Are they going to shield here on the Lapras? But they are not going to, and they're going to come through and try to finish off with fast moves alone. The opponent does not switch out, which is a tell that maybe there's something weak in the back line to Lapras, and maybe they don't have a great cover for that. Now we see Giratina Altered come in, going straight for the Dragon Pulse, not even a messing around. They are so far ahead on energy right here. If this lands, it's going to be huge. It does land, able to get to the Giratina Altered to 40% HP. Charge move coming through on the Lapras, from Giratina Altered to the Lapras. They are going to shield it, and they're probably going to look to save this Lapras as another charge move coming through here. The reason being is they brought in Giratina Altered, which means something else in the back could be weak to this Lapras, so they're probably going to switch now into Poliwrath, which they are. They're going to switch in the Poliwrath, soak the damage right here. So great sack swap right there. The Dragon Claw will be finishing. No, not able to finish off. Able to get to the Ice Punch right here. This is going to be pressuring the shield or taking out Giratina Altered, and we will see what is in the back. Able to take out Giratina Altered. One shield left, and it is going to be an Articuno. Scizor is set up because Bullet Punch is going to be doing super effective damage because of the ice typing on the Articuno here. Charge move now coming through. This is going to be an Icy Wind. Not going to be enough to take out the Scizor, as it is going to be resisted, but it is going to lower the attack of Scizor. They're going straight for the Night Slash right here, not even going to mess around, going for the neutral damage and hope to get a shield, which they do. So now it's going to be a race to Iron Head. Another charge move going to be coming through from the Articuno. If this goes shielded, no, it is going to go shielded. Okay, so the Scizor is likely going to be able to survive and get off this Iron Head in time, which it can. This is going to be doing super effective damage and finishing off the Articuno here in Game 5. So, fantastic battles right there. So great showcase there of a full Shadow team. Like we saw, the Poliwrath, Scizor, and Lapras is a great combination. Poliwrath's big weaknesses being those Charmers and the Giratinas and the Flyers. We saw fantastic coverage to that with Scizor and Lapras. And also notice that the Poliwrath is not fully maxed out in terms of being near 2500. So that's a great showcase that it's not fully powered up, but it can still do quite well. And then Lapras is a best buddy as well to help push it closer to 2500. 500, so the IVs probably weren't the most optimal for this team. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this triple shadow team. I think it was actually very solid coverage on the meta, and I think it's a great showcase of Shadow's potential with off-meta Pokemon, right? But that Dragon Pulse and Ice Shard is key there on the Lapras. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.